if you close your eyes.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of our FIFA Battle series, where today we have actually got Chris Smalling and Koscielny. Now, you're probably thinking that the last choice was Smalling and Bailly, but actually, as you can see now, the top comment on the screen was to do Smalling and Koscielny. 78 thumbs up, which is huge. So I decided to change it to Koscielny. Not that it really matters too much, but we're going to do this FIFA Battle anyway because I did want it as a choice. But as you can see on the screen, you've got the choices for the next episode of FIFA Battle, so make sure you go and vote up a comment you want to see for the next episode of FIFA Battle. Obviously, the most thumbed up comment is the one that we will do. But today we've got Smalling and Koscielny, and we can see that Smalling is currently going for 10,000 coins. Obviously, these Lunar packs have made these guys a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible. Obviously, 10k for Smalling is an absolute bargain. 18k for Koscielny. Both got 3-star weak foot and only 2-star skills. Both got a high defensive work rate as well, which is perfect. Both over 6 foot. Smalling just has the edge on height and also has the power header and injury prone trait. Injury prone trait is not a good one to have, but they both have the power header trait. Specialities: Smalling has the strength trait, which is really important for a defender, but Koscielny has the tackler trait, which is also a really nice trait to have. And both of these two are incredibly good centre backs. Like, genuinely, probably these two, along with David Luiz, are probably the best BPL centre backs. But let's go into the gameplay and see how they played. So guys, as we go into the gameplay, as always, I'll show you some of the teams that I do indeed come up against along my games whilst I'm trying to obviously get the clips for these FIFA battles. And it's hard to do for defenders, but I've tried to do it the best I can, really showing like important interceptions, and you can see these nice important interceptions from Smalling, Koscielny, and just kind of things that you expect from a defender. They're not going to score goals, they're not going to get goals and assists unless it's from a corner, but these important interceptions that you can see there Koscielny making on the halfway line, stopping the counter attack, and yet again same position. This time it ends up resulting in a goal from that interception from Koscielny. De Bruyne, Lukaku, some nice good interplay. De Bruyne then plays Lukaku in again and scores a really nice goal. But this was a FIFA battle that I wasn't sure, like instantly when I made it, instantly when I put the choice up, I wasn't really too sure about it, because with the thousands and thousands of people that use Chris Smalling in their teams, it was kind of unanimous as to who was really going to be the winner of this FIFA battle. With thousands and thousands of people using Chris Smalling in their teams anyway. Literally, I play 40 games of Foot Champs a week, and probably 30-35 of the teams that I come up against have Chris Smalling in it. So that kind of indicates as to who people think is the best cheap centre back. And whilst I don't disagree, because I do use Chris Smalling, I don't actually use Chris Smalling now, I actually use David Luiz. I personally think David Luiz is better than Chris Smalling, but it kind of made this FIFA battle, it took the shine off it a little bit. It was kind of always on my mind when I was doing this FIFA battle, but I kind of thought, if I really say any other than Chris Smalling be the winner, it would kind of go against what thousands of people think, with Chris Smalling being the best defender in the game. But it's still, I still wanted to do it. It doesn't mean Koscielny's a bad defender, but it's hard to go against Smalling just because he is just so good, like genuinely so good for so cheap as well. That was good defending by Smalling, ended up setting up a counter attack which Kante scored. But let's go and see who won this FIFA battle. So guys, here is the games completed for this FIFA battle, and you can see of the 5 games that were completed, we did actually indeed get 3 clean sheets with Smalling and with Koscielny. Now, I did take somebody's advice that they said played in separate teams, and we still managed to get the same amount of clean sheets. Now, I decided to put in average tackles per game, because I think that tackling and intercepting is obviously important for a defender. They're not going to get goals and assists, so I put average tackles per game in. It was Koscielny that just sneaked it, and it was probably that speciality trait of tackler that really did maybe give him that little bit of an edge. The average rating per game, maybe at 7.9 for Smalling and 7.5 for Koscielny, seems low. But obviously you have to remember that defenders, unless you're in a game where you're being battered by somebody, the defenders don't get involved that much. So having a good rating like that, it seems low, but for a defender it's quite high. Gave the perfect 10 rating to Chris Smalling. It's very hard to not go with Chris Smalling. Like, he's so good, he's pretty much never out of position. There was a couple of goals that with Koscielny where he did get shoved off the ball, and obviously that you can compare the two cards now. You can see that the physical a little bit higher for Smalling, and that's maybe why he had a bit of an edge. You saw some of the shoves that Chris Smalling did, pushing people off the ball. Koscielny wasn't able to do that as effectively, and sometimes that resulted in goals, and occasionally Koscielny was just slightly out of position. There was one goal that I didn't actually put in there that I thought about putting in there showing him, but he was just out of position. He was just able to put the ball in behind and score, and you just don't ever get that against Chris Smalling. So that's why Chris Smalling gets the win for this FIFA battle. As you can see, guys, on the screen, the next two choices for the FIFA battle. So make sure you go and vote in the comment section. Do you want vote A or vote B for the next episode of FIFA battle? Make sure you leave a like if you enjoy the series, which I know you guys do. Showing unbelievable support on it, which is fantastic. I never thought we'd get this sort of support on the series, so I just want to say thank you for that. Make sure you subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. That's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.